So today's class is focusing on waking up the body. We're going to be creating some space in our body so you can breathe a bit deeper. And it would be perfect to do first thing in the morning, but obviously you can come to this class whenever you feel like you need just to create a bit of space or just to have a good stretch. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I'm just sat on a block here, but if you don't have a block, then maybe a blanket or a cushion that you can find. And then just taking cross-legged if you can. If this isn't comfy, as I say, any other seated position or lying is also a good one to take as well. So I want you to just be able to be comfortable because we're going to start with a really short meditation. So once you're in position, just closing off the eyes and taking a moment just to really settle into that position. And if you're sitting up on a block, then I want you to start to create some length through the spine. Allow the hands just to soften onto the thighs or onto the knees. Allow the chin to tuck under very slightly. And then without doing anything, just start to notice the breath. Be aware of the breath being received in the body. The chest gently rising and falling. The belly rising and falling. Being aware of any other micro movements in the body. And then without changing the breath too much, just see if you can deepen it very slightly. Not forcing in any way. Just trying to breathe a little bit deeper. And as you start to breathe a little bit deeper, just be aware that those movements in the body, that gentle rising and falling, is perhaps getting a bit bigger. There's a sense of expansion as you breathe in, and softness as you breathe out. I want you to just continue to deepen the breath, but think about breathing now into the parts of your body that need it the most. So if you're feeling tension in the neck or the shoulders, I want you to focus on sending your breath there. If you're feeling tension in the lower back, focus on sending your breath there. If you just feel like you need to create space everywhere, softness everywhere, then just continue to really deepen that breath into all parts of your body. There's a feeling of energizing, creating space in the body as we breathe in. And then letting go, releasing anything we don't need as we breathe out. Just staying with those nice energizing breaths. I want you to do a really quick body scan from your toes all the way up your legs, into your buttocks and hips, into the lower back, middle back and shoulders, down the arms into the hands, And then back up the arms into the neck, the head, the face. Just checking in with how you're feeling in the present moment. And I want you to do that without any judgment. So if you are feeling a certain way, just acknowledge it. Don't focus on it. Just be aware of how you're really feeling right now. And then staying present with your body, present with the breath. If you're lying down, bring yourself slowly up to a seated position. And then softly opening up your eyes, just keep the gaze soft. As you breathe in, start to take the chest forwards, lift the heart, lift the eyes. Exhale, roll back from the belly, seated cat-cow. Inhale, take the chest forwards. Exhale, roll back from the belly, really moving into the spine. One more of those. Inhale, take the chest forwards. Exhale, rolling back. And then starting to move in a circular motion. Allow the head to be heavy. Just easing into the back, the neck. Moving around in both directions. There really isn't any right way to move here. Just anything that feels good. And you can always take a moment to linger in any areas that feel like they need it more. And making your way out onto your palms. Just starting to soften into the elbows. Maybe we can rest the forearms down on the floor. If we're up on the palms, that's fine too. Just soften into the head. And gently turn your chin side to side. Taking a deep breath in and out. And then slowly walking the hands back in towards you. From here, we're going to reach the arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, look up to your palms. And then exhale the fingertips down onto the floor, chin to chest. Again, inhale, reaching up, big stretch. Exhale, fingertips come down onto the mat, chin to chest. Last time, inhale, big stretch. Exhaling down. And just keeping that stretch for a moment. Allow your left hand to walk out to the side, your right arm to reach up and over. And focus on keeping your right hip grounded here. So we're really creating this nice long space through the side body, through the side ribs. Maybe even taking that left palm a little bit further. Allowing the head to look down and then to look up underneath your elbow. Gently bring yourself back up to sitting. And then walking the right palm out to the side, allow the left arm to come up. Again, think about rooting down through your left hip, left thigh. Create space through the side ribs. And as you melt over, allow the head to look down. And then look up underneath your elbow. Coming back up to sitting. Just resting the hands on the knees again, roll the shoulders back, so really big circles. Just finding those deep breaths again. And then interlacing the hands together behind the back, stretch your hands away from you. And if you can get your palms to touch as well, then I want you to bring your hands completely together. Bring the hands down towards the floor and away from the body. And then just let the chin drop down onto the chest. Lifting the head back up again. Release the arms, just giving the hands and shoulders a quick shake out. We're going to bring ourselves off of our block now. And then just extending the legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake out on the floor. Wriggle your sit bones back. Then just taking a really gentle forward fold, hands can walk out. And it doesn't have to be far here. If you need to bend the knees or have something underneath your knees, go ahead. You're not going to be here for long. And then bending them up so they're about halfway. I want you to reach the arms up again, but this time interlace your fingers together, push your palms up towards the ceiling, make yourself as tall as you can. Good. Now sliding the hands onto the back of the head, open the elbows out as you breathe in, sit up straight. As you breathe out, forward fold, bringing the elbows down to the outsides of the knees, and we're going to relax over onto the thighs. Inhale, open the elbows out, sit up nice and straight. Exhale, folding forwards, elbows to the outsides of the legs. One more time. Inhale, sitting up straight, open the elbows up. Exhale, forward folding. And we're going to hold that forward fold just for an extra breath. If you want to change the position of the hands, go ahead. Maybe walking them further up the scalp. And then rising back up again. Bring the hands down beside you, just crossing the legs over or swinging them round. We're going to make our way onto hands and knees. Just spreading through the fingers. Tucking the toes under and spreading through the toes. We'll just take a gentle stretch back into the soles of the feet. Bit of movement side to side. And then giving the toes a quick tap out on the floor. Pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat. Inhale, look forwards. Let's move through our cat-cow. Exhale, arching into the back. Now I just want you to go at your own pace with these. And really make the most of the stretch in both directions. Especially if you're feeling any tension or any pain in the lower back or in the shoulders. Good. And then coming back to neutral with the spine, looking out in front. Start to draw small circles with the hips, so we're just wriggling into the lower back. Moving around in both directions. Again, just allowing the movement to be really free. And then easing back onto your heels, take a child's pose. Just start by softening the forearms down, relaxing the head to the mat. And again, you can always just shift the weight side to side here. Relaxing into the head. Take a big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And rising back up to all fours, just walk your hands forwards onto the mat. Rocking into your half plank, shoulders over wrists. From here, sit back to child's pose, lift the palms. Inhale, rocking forwards, half plank. Exhale, rocking back, lift the palms. One more time, inhale, rocking forwards. Exhale, rocking back. Rocking forwards to half plank. Bring yourself there, holding for a moment, slowly lower down onto your belly. And then once you're down, we'll just take a moment to shake out the hips. Placing the hands in underneath the shoulders, start to draw circles with the shoulders backwards. Allowing those circles to get a little bit bigger each time. So we're going to gently make our way into a cobra. Just a couple more. Only lifting as far as you feel comfortable here. Remember, we're waking up the body. Good. And then taking your left arm out to the side, palm facing down. The arm should be at shoulder height. Right leg lifts up and over. We're going to come into floor scorpion here. So we want to bring the right foot down onto the mat, but the knee is lifting. And you can relax your right arm back behind you if you want to. Option of keeping the head off of the floor, or you can let it rest on the mat. Just taking one more breath in this position. And then bringing the right arm down, releasing the right foot, roll onto the belly. Slide your left arm in, take your right arm out to the side. Exactly the same thing here. Left leg goes up and over. Foot finds the floor, knee is lifting. Option of bringing the left hand around the back. Then the head can stay lifted, maybe leaning back slightly, or it can be resting on the floor. And then releasing the arm, releasing the foot, rolling back around onto the front, just shaking out the hips. We're going to keep the hands underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, and then inhale, lifting to cobra, gently look over your left shoulder. Exhale, softening down, keep the arms tucked in. One more, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale to cobra, look over the right shoulder. Exhale, softening down. Pushing into your palms, make your way back up to all fours. Bring your knees in underneath your hips. And then placing your right palm to the top left-hand corner. I want you to imagine that you've got your palm glued there. The left forearm comes down onto the floor. We're going to lean away from that right palm and just rest your head on your left arm. There's really a feeling of pulling backwards, so you should get a good stretch down through the right armpit, through the right shoulder. Keep pulling away. Take one more big breath. And then rising back up. Bring the right hand in, take the left hand to the top right hand corner, glue it there. Drop down onto your right forearm. Start to pull back and relax your head onto your right arm. Big breaths. Keep leaning away. And then rising back up to center again. Bring the hands in underneath the shoulders. Tucking your toes under, lift your hips up to down dog. Take a stretch for the legs and just begin to walk into your heels. So you can just take a moment on either side if you need to here. Really making sure that you get into the calves. And then bringing the knees back down onto the mat together, push back to child's pose. Soften the forearms down this time, soften the head. Just taking a breath there in child's pose. Inhaling up to all fours. Exhale to down dog, lift the hips and see if you can straighten the legs out a bit more. Inhale, bring the knees down together. Exhaling back onto the heels. Inhale, rising up all fours. Exhale, down dog, lift the hips. Inhale, knees down together. Exhale, pushing back to child's pose. One more time, rising up all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Knees come down together. Pushing back, child's pose. Good, taking a breath. Relax the arms, roll the wrists. And making your way back up to down dog again, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips nice and high. We'll just take a moment to pause. So finding stillness, spread through your fingers through your toes, relax the head, and then take a big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do that one more time. Softening into your knees. Walk your hands in towards you. Keep bending the knees so that your chest comes to the thighs. And then taking opposite hand to elbow, start to pull down on the tops of your arms. Let your head be heavy. See if you can lift your bottom just a little bit more without losing that connection of your thighs and your chest. Now take a gentle sway. Again, just really allowing the head to be heavy, the arms to hang. Just enjoying that movement. And then releasing the hands down. Soften into the knees. Inhale, bring your hands up onto your knees. And then straightening out the legs, we're going to look forwards, flat back. Exhale, brushing down, let go of the body. Big breath in, hands to knees. Big breath out, release. 2 more, inhaling up, look forwards. As you release, bring the backs of the hands to the floor. 1 more, inhaling up, look forwards. Exhaling down. Good. Walking your hands back out to down dog. Keep going until you find high plank. And then bring your knees down onto the mat. Bring your chest down onto the mat, all the way to the floor. Rolling the shoulders back, inhale up to cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push back to down dog. Good. Softening into your knees, hop or step forwards to the top of the mat. This time, bending into the knees, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. As you get to the top, rolling the shoulders back, interlace your hands together. Stretching the hands away from the body again. Open up the chest, lift the eyes. And then coming back down into our forward fold, chest on thighs, arms reach up. We're going to let go of the head and softly turn the head from side to side. Good, now let your arms lead you all the way back up to standing. Push up through the palms. And releasing the hands, just giving them a little shake out, giving the arms a shake out. Place the feet in parallel, hands in heart center. We're going to go through 2 half sun salutes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale, circling up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to heart center. Just pausing for a moment, take a deep breath. Full sun salute. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Hop or step back. Moving through your vinyasa, lower the knees. Lower the chest, elbows in. Up to cobra. Tuck the toes back to down dog. Bend your knees. Hop or step forwards, top of the mat. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just taking a moment to stand tall. To slow the breathing down. Start to shift your weight into your left foot. And bring your right knee into your chest. Just rolling the shoulders back. Standing up, lengthen through the back of the head. See if you can lift that knee a little bit higher. And then taking the knee out to the side. Just finding your balance. Start to open the left arm up. Good. Placing that foot into tree pose. You can keep it low if you want to. You can take it up higher on the leg if you want to place it there. Just bring the hands in. Again, finding the breath. Let's just come back to it. Releasing that foot down with control. Step across into your right foot. Start to float the left knee into the chest. Reaching for the knee, pull it into the body. Roll the shoulders back. See if you can lift the knee a little bit higher. And then using your left hand, open the knee out to the side, open the right arm up. Bringing the foot into tree pose, low or high. Bring your hands into heart center, make your legs nice and strong. Just take 2 deep breaths. Good, releasing that foot down with control. Just taking the legs a bit wider on the mat this time. Coming into a straddle, turn your toes in, turn your heels out. Reach the arms up, create some length. And then as you breathe out, reach forwards as you send your bottom back. Good, keep reaching the fingertips all the way down to the floor. And then I want you to walk your hands out, rock into the palms. Maybe go a little bit wider with the legs if you feel like you have space. And rock back into the heels, relaxing the head. And then again, rocking forwards, inhaling, and rocking back, exhaling. So do one more of those, rocking forwards, and rocking back. Good, as you walk your hands in towards you, bend into the elbows. Maybe we can go a little bit lower. Maybe we can drop down onto the forearms for a moment. Maybe we can reach the hands through the legs, start to walk and draw the body in. And then lifting the torso back up. Let's just start to toe heel the feet a bit closer together. Coming in about halfway, toes turn out. We're going to bend into the knees and come into yogi squat, deep squat. So elbows move to the insides of the legs. If you can bring yourself down low, you're going to take that option. If we've got the heels off, that's okay. It just means we have to work a bit harder. If we're up here, this is fine too. Okay, so just shifting a little bit side to side, taking a big breath. And then really grounding down into the feet. I want you to use your legs, use your glutes to bring yourself up to standing. Release the arms. Walk your feet in so they're parallel again, and taking the hands together behind the back, bring both hands over onto your left hip. Lean your head to your left, relax the right arm. Again, just slowing down the breath. And keeping your right arm where it is, gently place your left hand onto the side of your face. Moving into your neck a little bit more. And then releasing that side, bring the hands together. Both palms come onto your right hip. Lean your head to the right. Relax your left shoulder. And you can keep the left arm where it is. Just gently place the right hand on the side of the face. Coming back to center, releasing the hands. I just want you to start to shake into your hands, allow your knees to bend, allow your shoulders to let go. And just closing off your eyes. Don't worry about what this looks like. I want you to just really shake out anything that you're still holding on to. Any tension, anything that isn't serving you. And as you do this, let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling, out through the mouth. One more time, big inhale, out through the mouth. Keep shaking. I want you to feel your hands moving, your wrists, your knees, anything else that might be jiggling around. Keep going, don't slow down. If anything, speed up. Okay. And then starting to slow that shape down. Just continue to bend the knees and then start to shift the weight into the toes, into the heels. Just be aware of that swaying in the body. And as you start to slow down the breath, find your center of gravity. Find your length through your spine, up through the crown of your head. Bring your hands into heart center. Just slightly tucking the chin under again. I want you to see if you can feel your heart beating for you. Being present with your body and with your breath. Just be aware of that tingling sensation. Be aware of the warmth you've created, the space you've created. Allowing the breath to move into that space. And softly opening your eyes. Take one more big breath in and out.